Welcome back to another episode of the Athlete POV. We're sitting down with Clayton Henry, New Mexico State basketball player. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm just chilling, enjoying my days off, and still getting in the lab a little bit.
All right, so a big thing with athletic minds is like mindset based, like really like motivating, our audience to like with quotes, graphics, stuff like that. So a big question that everyone deals with, and now asking you now, how do you deal with adversity?
Man, it's like you gotta have a good support system, of course, to deal with it, to help you out a little bit. But you know, the way I deal with adversity, I really just do that internally. Um, I just grew up tough, so I've always through adversity, So I'm kind of like a vet to it. It's not nothing new. So
You see it all.
when when I confront with adversity, I'm kind of used to it. So I know how to, cope with it a little bit.
Mm.
Adversity, just in general, right?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
a little bit more about yourself. From Canada, correct?
Yeah.
How do you think being from Canada has impacted the way that maybe you go about yourself now coming to the United States to, New Mexico to play basketball?
Man, coming from I feel like Canadians have like that little underdog kind of deal going because of how much American sports are playing in the NCAA and in the NBA. So, when you get that rare Canadian on the team, you kind of people kind of think like, damn, like he must have something, you know what I mean? Like he must have something. So, I mean, I think it played a good part in my story, in my career. Of course, I'm not saying if I, had to showcase my talents like on the EYBL circuit or something that I would hire, but I think I just paved the way through.
What do you think about professional sports teams in Canada and how they like integrate that with United States teams? Like you got the Raptors, a couple of NHL teams. Do you think there's like a future for like say more teams to expand out there?
I was just about to say that. I think we need more, to be honest. I know a couple of cities that are just good enough to have one. Of course, Toronto being one of the best fan bases, you got to try another Canadian city. You know what I'm saying? Like Montreal, Vancouver, or something.
There's a couple NHL teams out there, but maybe like NFL, in the future, or maybe MLB. Like the Blue Jays are in Toronto too. Like there's a couple Toronto teams, right? The Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, Raptors.
Yeah, everything.
All right, cool. Yeah, moving on now. I mean, everyone deals with failure, right? I mean, losing games, not reaching like maybe you're lifting weights, not finishing a set or something that's too hard, or like you got to go low or whatever. But like, how would you say one of like your best tips for dealing with like failure?
Man, just seeing the angle at all times. I feel like I had like 4 injuries, 4 surgeries, so I could have called that failure, but just always just keeping a good head. Like I said, always having that support system that's good for you, giving you good, just surrounding yourself with positivity and there's always going to be an end goal, regardless of if you don't know how to play basketball right now and you're a little kid. Like, if you work that, you're just gonna if you always focus on that goal, you're gonna get there. I'm telling you, it just takes time.
And you mentioned support systems. If you don't mind sharing, what do you think? Well, not what do you think. What was your support system like growing up, and how do you get you to where you are now?
For sure, my family, but also like the most important part was like my coaches and my teammates. Like you have just good team because when you're a Division I basketball, you're around your teammates and coaches more than anybody in the world.
Right.
So like you gotta hear, like you're gonna somehow take some knowledge from everybody around you. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
So having a good support system and stuff like that's a big deal.
Right. And you mentioned how sometimes you're around your coaches more than really your family, especially when you're in college. You're like, you're far away from home, probably not in Canada. But is there a specific coach that really stands out to you in terms of like they really like a motivating factor towards staying consistent to where you want to get to?
Man, it was really all my coaches at an equal level. I mean, the coaching staff in the they obviously at Mississippi State now, but man, like they were just always ready to go and just wanted to get everything out of you. They didn't want nothing to be left on the plate. You get 20 points a game. I mean, you get 20 last game. They don't care. They don't care.
The next day.
Yeah, if you messed up on defense and had 20 points, they're not worried about that. They're not worried about the points.
I got you, yeah. And so now we're your teammates all day, right? Going through practice, film, probably even eating with them too, like lunch and breakfast, whatever.
Yeah.
What's like a day in your life like right now, like a morning routine in the off season?
Oh, off season. I mean, wake up, get a lift in. Well, wake up, eat, brush my teeth, get a lift in, eat again. Because my main focus this off season is like getting my body right.
Right.
So, eating the right stuff. So I'm eating, lifting, then I'm gonna eat again, get some shots.
A lot of food.
Yeah. No. I just repeated what I just repeated.
No, I got you. No, I'm not. Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, I would say the NCAA athlete, anyone, probably has to keep their body, right. Eat the right foods, get all the calories in they need, to stay healthy, right? And I'm sure there's like a nutritionist and like a whole station on campus for you guys, right?
Yeah.
To get right and like probably on like some sort of plan to like with certain foods and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I meant. I wasn't calling you like fat, like eating a lot of food.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I always pave out some time to like play some 2K or like hang out with some friends because that's important too. So.
Of course, you can't be a robot. You gotta have a life away from sports and like that like robotic schedule of like any athlete, a college athlete. Yeah. So now if you don't mind sharing, what was your injury history in college, and what would be your best tip of advice for anyone maybe going through an injury?
Just to say the first question, my injuries were UCL torn in my right thumb, 2 stress fractures in my right foot, and a broken fourth metatarsal. I mean, not tarsal, carpal. Fourth broken metacarpal. 3 needing surgery. 1 was healed on its own. I mean, they were tough. They were tough for sure. My teammates know. My teammates, coaches, a lot of people. It was tough. Like that's why I was saying like from the beginning of this interview, just like there's always the end goal. Like, I mean, I knew I could get back to what I was like when I was 100%, you know what I mean? I'm stuck because I never got to really get a full season.
Right.
Going through an off season like now and not being injured for like 3 years. My first year, junior year, that was my only clean year. So I really don't know how, I felt real good in the summer and got injured again. So, I mean, I really don't know how good I could have been, but yeah, back to my bad, I'm off topic, but back to
no, you're good.
Yeah, but just always seeing the end goal, I never got too, I got down on myself a little bit, but like having those people telling you, everything's gonna be okay, like it's just a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? Even though it is a really tough stage, getting back into shape,
absolutely,
get the rhythm and everything, but you just gotta have a strong mind. It's a mind thing, especially with the Division One lifestyle. It's a mind thing, You're gonna have a bad game. Your coach might see you, and are you gonna?
How you respond?
Are you gonna use your minutes to get the crucial buckets that you need when you're playing to get more minutes, or are you just gonna, get sad? And that's what a lot of people. I've seen both. I've seen both, so I know. And you just got to make the best out of everything you got. Like, I'm injured, so what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. That's just all I think. Like, this is the only thing I do, so I got to do it right.
Right. If you're gonna commit to this, go through 4 years, maybe maybe not always being 100%, and you're still here. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, give 50% in the recovery process? Like, not going all your hardest, you know? So I feel like a lot of people do struggle with that. Like, they want something, but they're not really committed to to doing it. You know?
Yeah, they halfway, and that's the toughest part. I mean, I can't tell you I'm 100% every day. You know, I'm not gonna tell you I'm perfect either.
Right.
You know,
I don't think anybody is. You know.
Yeah, but I always just try to keep it in the back of my head. Like, I gotta get the most out of every day attempt. You know, there's some days you want to sit and not shoot on an off day, but you know, just doing extra stuff. It's important. It's
right,
really
and you think of all those like little things that people do correctly, and that just adds up, I think, to the bigger picture. Because if you do a bunch of little things right, ultimately, that leads you to the bigger picture, like the bigger goal. Like, you gotta really like tunnel focus, like look into like what really matters. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now you're healthy. They're like on a healthy day, you're in the gym putting up shots. What's doing all your routines? What's like a typical day in the gym look like for you? Like, take me through your process of like, getting in there, stretching, going through everything. What's it look like for you?
Yeah, I'm going to stretch. I'm going to stretch first. I'm going to do a little ball handling to warm up. Maybe, either to the free throw line, back to the baseline a couple of times, doing the same move, different hands. Or full court, maybe tossing the ball to a coach or something. And then straight to some shooting. Shoot close first. Shoot around the rim first. Like 3 spots around the rim. Mid-range. But if I'm in a rush a little bit, I'm gonna do like 5 spots from like I usually go at least 18 for 30 from 3, 5 spots. You miss any? I mean, I miss, like, if I get 16 out of 30 or
60%.
Yeah, if I get 16 out of 30, I gotta make up the missed shots because I need at least 18 out of 30 everywhere. So I do that.
I got you. Yeah. What do you think it takes? How long do you think you like really work on a portion of your game until you're like satisfied with like where you think it is in terms of like making the shots?
Oh man, I'm always doing the basics for sure. Like, the basics is like learning from, some people, and it's like the basics could get you a long way. I mean, them special guys, obviously, they got everything, but the basics get you a long way. I always do the basics, of course, and then I have a section where I'm doing something that I need to work on more than just the basic. But you can never get too good at shooting and basic stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, some like, I'm about the little stuff, so
micro actions.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people in the industry and professionally, they're looking for people that know how to do just the basics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take advantage of that and work on the basics and be, simple and just do it perfect. Not trying to do too much. Obviously, I always keep expanding my game. But.
Absolutely. You think in the gym now, are you always like by yourself working on like on your own, or you think some of your teammates are with you at all times?
Not at all times. Like, the only like when I do stuff by myself, it's gonna be just ball handling and then shots, like, but not the type of shots I want, but just to keep in rhythm though. You know what I'm saying? Like, just touching the ball, feeling the shot. But most of the time, I'm trying to get one coach or a teammate in with me. Make the workout more intense.
Right.
Off ball run, like some off ball running, so I could step into a game like shot. You know what I'm saying? So I try to out coach.
You think you thrive better with like if you're playing a bad game or not doing your best? Do you think you'd thrive better with like someone in your face screaming at you like, hey, you got to do this right, like reminding you, or do you think like sort of like nourishment is like best for you? What do you think?
I say both because I had both of my team. I had people. I have my coach. My coaches is like, yeah, they loud. So, I mean, there's times but they kind of know how to deal with me. They know when I need it and when I need the other one. You know what I'm saying? There's times I do need to yell, but I've experienced both sides. I don't need knowing to yell at me and I'm getting mad. I'm like, I'm good.
Like sometimes you can't control how your coach is gonna like react to whatever you do, right? But
that's another thing. Like he's always like, he got to deal with 18 different emotions. So it's hard to be a coach.
True.
Like you don't know when it's time to yell at me and when it's time to So
absolutely. All right, yeah. So let's turn tables here to a more lighter subject. We got a couple fun questions here. Just gotta get your take on them. What's your answer? So, you're going out to dinner. 2 people. You get to choose who it is. Who are you going with? Where are you going? What do you order?
Damn. Ah man. Yeah, I get to go on dinner with 2 people. I'll say I'm gonna go with.
We ask this to everybody, just so you know, not just yourself.
I'll go with. I'm gonna say, what's his name? I'm gonna go with Elon Musk and Brian.
Okay. What do you think of Elon just buying Twitter recently?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him.
Are you in a like are you like a business mind at all? Like you're into that stuff?
Yeah, like I wanna. Yeah, I know there's other things that's gonna have to happen after basketball. So I'm trying to get my mind right. Get information. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, everyone's basketball career comes to an end, whether you play 20 years in the NBA or never again after college. But what do you think your future is after basketball? Like you said, mention business. Like, do you have any specific maybe goals or plans towards that area?
I don't have no specifics, but like just some like something into the business world. Just I can't tell about to like work at like retail or something like that, but like I know like some type of business, just making like fitness or something,
Starting your own thing, maybe?
Or also coaching,
Coaching, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like once obviously once like a player like plays and maybe finishes their career, they have knowledge of the game. Like obviously, it's not like you're coming from nowhere where you're just someone that just plays 2K and thinks they can go coach a bunch of guys. Like you've been around them, so obviously that could be an area that I think a lot of players too. Like you see like Jason Kidd with coaching teams and like a bunch of players, not just him. I'm just saying, it's definitely a cool possibility to be a coach too.
Yeah.
Next thing, sports related question. Not energy drinks. Gatorade, favorite flavor. What do you got?
I'm definitely getting the cool blue Gatorade. That's my favorite one. Or the white Frost. A Frost cherry or cherry Frost, something like that.
Glacier cherry, maybe?
Yeah, Glacier.
The white one?
Glacier cherry.
What about lemon lime? That's my favorite.
Lemon lime. Is that the green one? No.
Yellow one, yeah.
Oh, the yellow one. That's the basic one though.
Yeah. So what?
If there was a basic Gatorade commercial, it's gonna be the lemon lime.
I feel like red is like the basic one, like red or orange. Come on.
Basic for Powerade. That's the basic for Powerade.
True.
The basic for Gatorade.
Nah, but you can't go wrong with Cool Blue. Cool Blue's cool.
Yeah.
You pass.
Yeah.
All right, last thing I got here. Who are some of your role models? Maybe basketball icon that you look up to that maybe you model a game after. Who are some of your role models?
Definitely Brian. But I've been starting to look at new school, not new school, this school, but
younger.
The younger. So like, I watch a lot of like Luka for his pace, because his pace is like, I want to have a slower pace. So like, I look at Luka for his pace for sure. I just get bits and pieces out of everyone, and I watch like full games and highlights. So, and I just see like, all their buckets and how they do it, and just pick up one thing that helps them do it. So, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, man, I watch.
You ever see like a guy like do a certain move or like make a bucket like you said, and then you try to practice that exact thing?
Yeah.
Is that a big thing for you?
Yeah, not really a whole. I'll just see one thing and just. I'm pretty good at like knowing like what I can put in my game and what I can't. I know what type of player I am, so like I'm not about to put in some, crazy.
I got you. Yeah, you're not going to be stepping back from the logo.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm not about to do some Steph Curry move, but I'll definitely put in something.
Yeah, of course. Oh man.
Sure.
Yeah, you got anything else you want to add? It's been a pretty great talking to you. I think get a lot out of this from our audience. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, I think we're good.
All right, man. It's been great talking to you. We're just about like
Yeah.
what I wanted to try to get to. We hit on everything. Appreciate your time, and I want to thank you for coming on. Thank you, man.
You're welcome, man.
All right.
I hope this thing blows up, man.
All right. Yeah. All right.